Hello, hello, hello. So, we got, excuse me. Snacking. I'm snacking on peanuts. And we are going to stop snacking on peanuts because, ow! Okay, so we're finishing up getting this, magma system set up. And away we go. I don't know if we can get glass. We have kaolinite, which I believe we can make the clay stuff out of. Kaolinite? Boulder, mudstone, claystone, limestone, dolomite, chalk, gabbro, slate. This stuff. Kaolinite. We have 48 because we have 2 of them forbidden, which means they're probably at the bottom of lava or water. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got quite a few of them forbidden, but we've got that being produced. But I don't know that we have any sand. So if I go back up to the surface and go near the water, it's immediately stone. I don't know how to find sand. All it's telling me is that it's floor fungus. I'm pretty sure it's peat. Loam. It's not sand. Loam. Loam. Peat. Loam. More peat. Claystone. More peat. And then the edge of the map. So yeah, I'm not seeing sand. I'm not seeing random patches of sand. So I'm not sure there's any point in us doing a glass furnace, except I believe a glass furnace is one of those places that people can get a mood for. And we can buy sand. My God, look at all the turkeys. Okay, and they've grown up. Oh yeah, a bunch of them grew up. Okay, a bunch of stuff grew up. Slaughtered something or the other. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Goody. Yeah, no, we don't. It started raining. And you ran out of critters to milk. Let's go to... It may be time to automate this. Auto butcher. Stray boar, we only need one. Stray ewe 2. Stray ram 1. Stray sow 2. Turkey gobbler 1. And turkey hen 2. Dogs, elephants, bulls, cows, calves. Okay. There's no sand. There is no sand. Okay. I'm going to sand. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the map. I'm going to go up to the top layer. I'm going to grab the very bottom of the map. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go clear underground. And yeah, 0 sand. And keep going 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 and keep going. Yeah. 0 sand. Could it only do the 1 level? Cancel. Okay. So, with no sand, wait, we have loam. Oh, no, we have kaolinite that we can use for clay. Okay. So we need to smooth all of that and all of that. And then we need to place a stockpile here, here, and here for boulder, stone. There we go. Economic kaolinite. and sand. All clay, if we get it. But where is sand? Wood, weapon, sheet, refuse, corpses, letter, gems, furniture, food, finished goods. Is it under finished goods? No. Coins, cloth, bars and blocks. Armor, animals, ammo. How do we tell it to put the bags of sand in this stupid? Almost never play with the coins. It's under coins. If I take that away, I don't want sand coins. I want sand. Okay, no. Sandbags. Wait, under furniture and siege ammo? I'm gonna go with it. Okay. Sandbags and kaolinite. And then I'm going to add another stockpile here that accepts sandbags and kaolinite. And then I'm going to go into each of these stockpiles and make sure there are no barrels. That does get one wheelbarrow. Okay. And then B construction, nope. Yeah, construction track stop. You're gonna dump up. You're gonna go here. Do we have any gabbro blocks yet? Nope. So gabbro and root, new root, clay and glass. Add stop there. Add minecart. Oh, we want another steel one probably. Oh, well, we can order that right now. You. New task. Nope, that's a smelter. You. New task. Other objects. steel minecart. And go back to root. And stuff to go in the minecart is going to be sand and kaolinite. Stockpiles are going to be from or to and from. Conditions, no, no, no. And all I need is the minecart now. Why isn't this working? Because I forgot to do all of my steps. Because I forgot. Okay, I did that part. I didn't do this part. To, from, done. Now it'll probably start working. Max bin's 0, so why is there a bin in it? The bin has an awful lot of stuff in it though. Build, workshop, furnace, magma glass furnace. Top center is not pathable. And we will lose a boulder. But it cannot be helped. Well, I hope so. I knew it was there. So, okay. Forbid this. And then the workshops, furnaces, magma kiln also is top middle. And go ahead and build Gabbro. He couldn't have gotten that far away. He got that far away. Somebody get this covered up before. Okay, somebody's working on it. What is my miner doing? Okay, work orders for these guys. This guy needs to make coke from lignite, but okay. No, we're going to do work orders. We're not going to assign them at workshops. We're going to do work orders. The first thing we need is coke. We're going to make coke from lignite. It will make 4 at a time, so we'll treat it like the blocks and do 3. Anytime we have less than 20 and at least 10 lignite. From the coke, we need to make steel. From the coke, we need to make iron. The steel requires iron. Hematite. Smelt hematite ore. 3. Oh, no, we don't need coal. We don't. Do we? I don't remember. Shit. Hold on. Let's look at. Now you need coal as an ingredient at some point in the smelting process for steel. But we're doing iron right now, so we don't need it. Okay. Hold on. And then less than 20 iron bars and greater than 10 hematite. Then we need pig iron. And we'll do 3 when we have that, and that, and coal. Okay. So we need less than 20 pig iron bars, more than 10, more than 10, and more than 10. Then we can make our numbers are wrong. The hematite will make 12 when we smelt a hematite ore. The pig iron will only make 1. So we want him to make 10. And we want him to have at least 20 of each thing. 20 is good. And then the steel bars, again, we're going to make 10 if we have less than 20. And if we have at least... Why do I need an iron bar? I need an iron bar and a pig iron bar. And I'll make 2. And a refined coal. So I need at least 20 of those. At least 20 of those. At least 20 of those. And at least 20 of those. If I have less than 20 steel bars, and I need to make 6. Okay, that's the smelter. Oh, yeah, we also need to be smelting whatever the rest we're getting is. Cassiterite, galena, and hematite, and tetrahedrite. Cassiterite, galena, and tetrahedrite. Smelt 10 if you have okay. And as we gather other things, we will add other things. I'm sorry. What? That's 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 magma on this level. So we're not above the magma sea. We're in the bloody magma sea. Build, workshop, furnace, magma kiln, yes? Yeah, that's the glass furnace. And somebody's already working on it. Okay. Minimize that. Why did the route not get its minecart? Okay. The metal industry needs to make picks, axes, and at the moment spears, and then a whole slew of armor. Orders. We want the picks out of copper. Forge copper pick. Forge 1. If you have less than 2. And yeah, let's leave it at 10. Axe. Copper. Battle axe. One. Okay. And then copper flask. Since making 1 makes 3, we're definitely only going to do 1. But I want him to do it if he has less than 10. Yeah. And greater than 10. I want to be able to outfit an entire squad at any given time. I want to be able to create a new squad fully outfitted at the click of a dime. At the snap of a... At the... Whatever. Okay. Flasks. And then we need steel mail shirt. We're going to have him make 2. Anytime he has less 10, yeah, less than 10, and more than 20 steel bars. And helm, steel helm. Two. Less than 10, more than 20. Gauntlet. I didn't actually delete anything, right? Okay. I'm suddenly glad that check is there. 2 gauntlets anytime I have. Okay, gauntlets are complicated. Because when you make one, you make a pair. A specific pair, left and right. But when you count them as only one. So we actually want less than 20 and 20. And the boots work the same way. But steel greaves first. And then high boots. Okay. And then spears. Okay. Someone should start getting to work here pretty shortly. I don't have a current need for clay of any kind. Wait, we need jugs for honey, right? Do we need jugs for honey? I think we need clay jugs for something. And we need gypsum powder. We need plaster powder. Right, that goes in the kiln, so I need to put view stockpile, custom, stone, economic. What are all the plaster stones? Why am I using the phone? It's easier to use the computer. DF plaster powder inner. Not PDF. Stop that. Gypsum, which I knew. Alabaster. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Satin spar and selenite. Okay, the last 4. 5. 4. Okay, that's working now. Okay, Yeah, we need, but we can't make plaster powder until we have bags. But we can still create the work order for it, it'll just never get filled. Powder. Make plaster powder. Make 1 when we have they're only going to make them out of gypsum. Empty bags. When we have less than 3, because, well, the hospital has 5, so less than 6. More than 10 boulders. And more than 10 empty bags. Make 1 powder. Do we have to glaze the jug for it to be used for the honey? I would think we would. And I've never done the clay thing before. Kiln. Glazing. Unfortunately, soft wheat flour and chicken egg biscuits cannot be glazed with dwarven sugar to produce glazed donuts. Smartass. The Dwarf Fortress wiki, by the way, if you've got some free time, go to a random page. You will probably end up chuckling. Okay, but what do you use to do it? Glaze. Ash and tin. Let's do tin glaze. Wait, you have to use the cassiterite, not the tin, not the bars. So we do not want to smelt the cassiterite. And we do want the cassiterite to go over here. And not over here. Okay. Oh, this thing's ready for a new staircase. Build, construction, stair, here. Gabbro bars. Gabbro block. I really don't need you to put it there, but okay. Whatever. So we're gonna need it to make work order. Clay jug. And we'll do this like we do barrels. And bins. So we're making 5 when we have less than 4. And clay boulders. And we don't need for fine coal. Let's leave clay boulders greater than 10. And then we need to tin. We need to glaze clear stone jug. 5 when we have 4. 10 in our and add a thing, type jug, material clay, or adjustment unglazed, glazed. Nope, that didn't work. What is this one? Selected. Empty, glazable, and unimproved. Watertight. I don't know if that counts as material. I think you can only have one material, and we said clay. Okay, it's time for a break. We don't want unimproved. We want... If we set the number of empty jugs to less than 20 and the number of unimproved empty jugs less than 10, then that'll leave 10 unglazed, right? And make... Let's try that. Okay. It's early summer. There's going to be a caravan, so I can't just leave it playing. So we will... And we're not doing anything with glass at the moment because we need... You know what? We need to make one more thing. We need to make... metal. Pig iron or steel is what we can make that is... Oi! And I can't make a pig iron minecart, so steel it is. And you're going to make one. If you don't have one, and you have 10 steel bars. No, we were doing 20 on the steel bars, right? We wanted 20 on the steel bars. That will allow them to start putting minecarts in these why didn't they smooth this part? That's weird. Okay. Attached to a shield. Discovered a magma pool. The militia's taking their time off. Not true. Summer. The drinks, you're finally keeping up. More stuff grew up, so when we come back, we're gonna take a look at this. Okay. So that's what's gonna happen there. Enjoy the music, everybody. Lamp! Hi, Lamp! Porcelain... Kalenite makes porcelain, so you should be good. So I don't need to... Okay, so thank you. The stupid wiki didn't tell me that. I do not need to glaze the jugs because I'm making them out of kilnite. Glaze jug, don't do that. But we will hold on to that siderite just in case. Okay. And thank you for coming in and watching me. Thank you. And then we go back to this thing so we remember what we're doing when we come back from our... Thank you, I thought I was all alone. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. I'm such a bad streamer when I'm alone. I don't pay any attention to the chat. It's so horrible. But I do like having chatters. I'll see y'all in a little bit. I'm just gonna stretch and eat some of these peanuts while I'm not online so that I don't choke into your ear. Okay. We are ready to kill a bunch of animals. And we need a new project. What should I do next? We've got the magma stuff going and we've got the hospital set up. What should be our next big task? Two rams. 2 cows is fine. The reindeer bull we don't want. We've already set the gobblers to be executed and the hens. The dogs still aren't breeding. 2 yak bulls is unnecessary. I want to quickly check on. Nope, not there. There. The food stockpile is full. So then my question is, does the kitchen have a bunch of food in it? No. Okay. The drink stockpile still has an empty drink container. Nobody's picking up the seeds. But he has drink up here that's not in a stockpile, so that's what I wanted to check. Let's make these bigger. We took care of that. How's our military doing since we set up the update equipment? 1 mail shirt has been made. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of those. Okay, by the time I know about it, there's just nothing to be done. No more piglet weather, and that can stay there for right now because we're gonna slaughter a bunch of animals. Milk animal completed. Okay, now smooth that. I think we're gonna do the stone, the crafting industries next. Stoneworker, carpenter, that kind of thing. Grafsdorf, because we need to clean up all the stone around the fort, so we need a quantum stockpile for stone. There's only one person doing this right now. What is everybody doing? Huh. A lot of stuff. Okay. No, that's fine. We're killing all the extras. Okay. So now, if we update equipment. Ooh, nice. It's starting. It's starting. This is going to take forever. At least I put the mugs away when I put them in the stockpile right there. Okay, we have 3 unhappy dwarves. Why are they unhappy? Let's see. The cheesemaker is unhappy because... What is all of this? Uneasy after being unable to pray to Deller. Well, I haven't gotten a petition for a... Unable to pray, grouchy when caught in the rain, grouchy dwelling upon being caught in the rain. He wants a temple. Okay. Down here, we'll create another hallway for temples. And it'll go off this way. And we'll create a 10 by 10 room for a general temple. And we'll put a door on both ends, like that. And this stockpile is getting painted to include that and that. And this stockpile is getting painted to include that. And you know what? This stockpile is getting painted to also include this. They have the statues in here. The tables and chairs appear to be taking forever. So that's because they're having to haul a clay stone up from down here every time they want to make one. If we can get them set up, they'll be much better off. So the dormitory is down this way. I don't know what else we're going to put down there, but we'll go down. We can remove this kiln. We don't need it anymore. And start putting the next industry down here. We were going to put the craft store for bone right here. A trader has arrived. It's summer, so that makes it human, I believe. If we put all the craft stores over here, we need 1 for wood, 1 for stone, 1 for bone. And I think that's it. And then over here, we put the carpenter, etc. Carpenter, stonecutter, the bowyer is over here. I don't need this. Oops. I don't need this anymore. And I don't need this anymore. What is this for? Oh, this was the ores and this was the bars. So actually I want to delete these stockpiles as well. And I can get rid of that route, the smelter. And diplomacy. And I didn't want to do that until after okay. It's fine. Seeds. Papaya sapling. Elfin head amaranth I still need. Yeah, tomatillo I still need. I got tomato. And let's go back. Pets. Let's get the female birds. And magpie, sparrow, raven, crow, cardinal, blue jay. Duck, goose, guinea hen, blue hen, turkey we have, parakeet, and a peregrine. I don't know if I want a peregrine falcon. Are they? DF peregrine. Not hunting or war trainable. Okay, so just a female then. And done. And close that and minimize that. Phew! Okay. And let's go up to our trade depot. And DF hack trade goods. Right, we missed doing a thing with them last year, so gem bin. I have no idea what would be in the finished goods bin, so let's grab it and see what's in it. It's like literally right here, so it doesn't have to move very far. Oh no, it's 13 blocks. Yeah, it's not the mugs. But it's fascinating that I don't have another gem bin. Okay. And broker requested a depot. Trade. They're humans, so they'll take the bin. So, by all means. The jugs, toys, a couple of gems actually. Horsehoof ring. And what do they have that I potentially want? I don't want logs. I don't want boulders. I don't want rough gems or cut gems or bars. Change your flasks. I'll grab the instruments. I don't need the toys. They don't have any animals. We're not having problems with drink anymore. The clothing is worthless because it's all large, because humans are bigger than dwarves and elves. Shield, buckler, helm, hood. I can make my own boxes. Don't have any seeds with them. I don't need meat or fish or plants. I don't need thread or greaves or loincloths. Backpacks I need. And I'm not buying anything else yet, so... Oh, no, I'm buying the instruments, but anyhow. Backpacks and quivers will save me having to make some of my own. I am not buying a 1,000 coin quiver. It's not happening. Carving knives. Okay, if I unclick this, trader loss, and trade. Ah, wonderful. Thank you for your business. Okay, we've got to do something with this. This is a possible next project. The fact that most of this is empty. And it's incomplete to boot. And I have more saplings again. And I've got stone still in the way. So there's a lot that needs done over here. But we were going to work on the stone industry next. The crafting. The jeweler needs to go over here as well. Carpenter, stoneworker, mechanic, jeweler, what else? Siege guy should go over here with the boyer. I might have to take out another couple walls for him to get access. I can put him... Oh, unforbid this coke. We have a magma smelter now. My brain says put it here. But another part of my brain says make this bigger and put it over here. See what it looks like. I know it's 5 by 5, so it'll take up the whole hole. The entire hole. They'll be able to get in there. That's passable. What were we using for everything? What is this made out of? Mudstone. Okay. Well, that's problematic. You know what? Let's make it out of ashen blocks. And I have no idea if that's going to be made 2/3 out of mudstone and 1/3 out of ashen, or if it's actually going to make it out of ashen. I don't know. Oh, no, we don't need... Okay, whatever. What we need is for our miner to... He is digging. What's he digging? Oh, he's digging out the temple area. Okay. That's fine. He's slow because he's new, because our other miner died in a lava flood because Sarah did something stupid. No. You idiot. Okay. 9 thieving or mischievous creatures. They're all outside. I don't care. Speaking of outside, let's start working on this. Construction, floor, clear, claystone. I don't know if that counts as... One more. What happened? Okay. Finally, we need a pond. 20 times 6. Very much smaller. Okay. Hydroid is pretty. Okay, how's your digging coming? Alright, build, construction, nope, workshop. craft here. I have no idea what I made that out of. I think I told it any material. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that. You know what? I'm going to put the stoneworker over here and the mechanic over here so that the stoneworker who uses stone more often is closer to the stone stockpile. Mechanic here. And we need to dig out a 3x3 stockpile with a door on either side for the yeah. And build workshop stoneworker here. We can get rid of the carpenter up top now. And we can get rid of the jeweler up top now. And now we can get rid of the mechanic. Stockpile here. Add here to here for wood all and stone other. And then another stockpile here for wood all stone other all. And build workshop. No. Construction. Track stop. Empty that way. Right here. And root. Add. Stop. This one. Minecart. This one. Using wood all stone other all. And gems rough all. And rough glass. I forgot about that on the other two. I'll fix it. Gems, rough, gems, rough. And this is going to get no bins and 2 wheelbarrows. And this is going to get no bins and no wheelbarrows. Okay. Now we need to set up the jobs necessary to run the fort in each of these workshops now that they are officially in here. Oh. We've already got some jobs, like making beds and whatnot. And we've got the cutting gems occurring. And we've got we haven't done the food yet. Just we built the things, but we haven't done food yet. We've got mechanisms being made on a order, I believe. Mechanisms. I think all this is ready to go. I have no idea what died. Okay. I need to pay attention to those more often. Bone crafts. Bone crafts. Make 10 bone crafts anytime you have 10 or more body parts. Anytime you have at least 10 body parts. And then horn crafts. And oh hell. Add new bone shell. Ivory. Shell and ivory. Shell crafts anytime you have at least 10 shells, and ivory or tooth crafts any anytime you have 10 ivory tooths. Okay. Needed to do that. Definitely needed to do that. Because look at all of that. That'll keep them busy. Stonecutter's always busy. Mechanic and carpenter are barely ever busy. I don't know what I'll put up here. That is a lot of coke that still needs to be moved somewhere. Did I not put coke down on... We've got coke over here. So why aren't they moving it? Because there's no one available to. Okay. So we need to let this fort run for a little while. So I'm going to have y'all follow random dwarves around while I go outside.